Yo guys, what's up, and welcome back to another video. Just chilling here on the balcony here in Medellin for a little bit, soaking in the views. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about in today's video is, it's a little bit of a different subject, but I definitely think it could be helpful for you, especially if you recognize it in your life and actually start utilizing it to your advantage and actually start building confidence off of it. So what I'm talking about, basically, to give you a little bit of backstory, how I realized this. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we were talking about our upbringings, and we were talking about how different circumstances impacted us differently. And without going into too much detail about what happened, the result of what happened when I was growing up was obviously that I started feeling like I wasn't good enough, you know? And the thing that obviously led to that was a lot of my actions, and a lot of the things that I did built a very negative self-esteem for me in the long term. But at the same time, the things that also happened made me very, very, very critical to authorities. And not in the sense of the police, but just people who have power over you in general. I would question everything. I would form my own opinions. I would not just blindly listen to whoever and whatever was telling me something, you know? I would always have my own opinion, and I would always do what I thought was best. And in a way, I guess I got stubborn. But I guess the key to, and what I'm trying to get to here, is because of what happened to me and because of the way that I was brought up and the circumstances and the thing that happened early on in my childhood, I got into a position where, as I said, I started second guessing, well, not second guessing myself, but just double confirming with myself if I believed this one thing was true. And I believe that this stubbornness and this resistance to authority is also the exact reason why I'm able to sit right now in Medellin, while 99% of people my own age are either studying or they're stuck in a cubicle job that they fucking hate, and they have no way of getting out of it, because they just blindly followed what was told to them instead of thinking for themselves. And so I want you to, because for me, for a long time, I had a victim narrative in my own mind that because these things happened to me, because of the consequence of that was I can't do anything, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna amount to anything. And for the longest time, that was holding me back. But after talking to my friend today and actually obviously maturing a lot, getting a lot older, and looking back at it, I realized that those circumstances are actually the exact reason for why I am who I am today, and also where I am today, because it's not been easy, and it's definitely taken a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of just staying strong in my own beliefs and in what I believe to be true, and a lot of people questioning me and making second guess myself. And I guess the moral of the story, and what I'm really trying to get to here, is I want you to look at your life right now, and I want you to reflect over what you believe are your greatest weaknesses, and actually try and flip that coin around and realize how your greatest weakness can also become your greatest strength if you're just willing to recognize it and let it be your greatest strength. Does that make sense? Because again, for me, my childhood obviously led to me not feeling like I was enough. But it also, again, led me to doubt authorities and the people that had power over me in my life. So when a teacher told me, how are you gonna do X, Y, Z and get a job in the future, in my mind, I was like, you're just bullshitting yourself. You don't understand there's so many more opportunities out there. And obviously, having low self-confidence because of my innate belief that I wasn't good enough, I had to work a lot on myself to just gain that momentum and gain that confidence and that I can actually mount to something. But once I did, I already had the internal belief that it is actually possible to not have to go the 8 to 4 route. And I was actually once I sort of just flipped that one switch and got the confidence that I needed to believe in myself and believe that I was enough, everything else fell in place because I already had all of the other pieces to the puzzle innately built into me because of my circumstances, and I only needed to fix that one thing before it became the springboard for everything else, right? And that's why I want you to not give up on yourself, and I want you to continue believing and analyzing yourself and like figuring out like what are your limiting beliefs and what's holding you back, because you might honestly only be like one belief change away from changing your entire life. You might not be aware of the fact that you have all the other foundations in place to become a extreme success, and you're literally just a couple of belief changes away from propelling your life forward like crazy. So again, please take a few minutes, maybe an hour, maybe two, maybe even a few days to just reflect and think and sort of analyze, what are my limiting beliefs? What are the things that I believe did the most damage to me, especially in your childhood and in your formative years? Because the key to your success and to your, I guess, your springboard into that next level that you wanna get to might actually be hidden within that pain and within those ideas that were formed in those years. So hopefully you found this video valuable. I definitely think like some people will get a lot out of this. When I realized this and saw this from this perspective, a light bulb went off in my head, and I just needed to make a video about it. So hopefully you found something valuable in this video. I definitely appreciate you checking it out. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video, and yeah, have a good evening. Ciao guys.